Hi everyone, Kelt here. With regard to the lawsuit, and I apologise it's taken me a couple of days to get this together. With regard to the lawsuit between Meghan Markle versus Associated Newspapers, the Mail on Sunday, I think that Meghan will become unstuck and not be able to lie, charm or blag her way out of this. Mail on Sunday's counsel in Anthony White QC, along with Adrian Speck. Mr. Speck is meticulous and forensic-like in his scrutiny of the alleged breach of copyright of Meghan's letter to her father. He's a genius with a first-class degree in physics and theoretical physics. He is said to be a real legal brain who thinks outside the box. He is a person who won't be taken in by any manipulation or acting on the part of Meghan. Meghan won't know what's hit her as the case proceeds. While Mr. Anthony White, known for his quick thinking and clarity in court, he gained a double first at Cambridge and is leading silk specifically in the field of defamation and privacy, which is, unfortunately for Meghan, the very fight she has chosen. The interesting thing to note, which should be of great concern to Meghan and her advisers, is that he quietly and methodically destroys an opponent's argument, rather than engaging in theatrics. I like him already. How about you? Here's a summary of the case. Meghan's representative, David Sherborne, puts their argument forward about the letter, saying it's private information and that they have violated her data protection rights and copyright laws. Anthony White for the Mail on Sunday denies this, saying that there is public interest in the royal family. The paper is allowed to scrutinise and have an opinion on the royal family, and Meghan's 5 friends were the ones to mention the letter and its contents to the public. Mr. Anthony White wants the judge, Mr. Justice Warby, to dismiss parts of the lawsuit on legal technicalities. If he agrees, they will be removed. David Sherborne, on behalf of Meghan, says that the Mail on Sunday intentionally kept parts out of the letter to lie about Meghan Markle. Anthony White for the Mail on Sunday said that lying about the letter was not grounds for that particular lawsuit, and therefore if that's the way they wanted to go, then the lawsuit had not made it clear in the correct legal way. David Sherborne for Meghan states that the Mail on Sunday left out parts of the letter because it would make the paper itself look bad, also saying they were intentionally trying to stir up trouble between Meghan and her father, harassing the father and so causing all the problems between her and her father. Anthony White for the Mail on Sunday stated that there was no reasonable proof of their claims and that it was not backed up. He also said it was curious that Meghan claims her father had been harassed, manipulated and exposed by the Mail on Sunday when she hasn't even spoken to him in a long time to ask if he did in fact feel this way. David Sherborne for Meghan admits that Meghan has not spoken to Thomas Markle Sr. since her wedding day to Harry. Anthony White for the Mail on Sunday stated that claims that the Mail on Sunday were lying to make Meghan look bad were not relevant to Meghan's claim for misuse of private information, that they should not be part of the lawsuit. And part of this mentions her favourite avocado snack. White said that would be impossible to manage the case if articles such as this were allowed to be part of it. He also talks about the examples that Meghan uses are not unlawful and that relying on these examples is incoherent. Hopefully at this stage Meghan realises that a small acting part as a legal secretary is no match for Anthony White. At this point, David Sherborne, acting for Meghan, says that it's not a defamation claim, and what follows is him trying to say that what was published was not in the public's interest. The judge then questioned David Sherborne on his interpretation of some of the cases to which he referred. Then Judge Warby emails David Sherborne from a textbook on the subject. This was unusual, as it is usually counsel who do this and not the judge. Judge Warby states that it's not unreasonable for him to expect the Mail on Sunday to read Sherborne's mind and what he is going to say. He goes on to say that specific evidence and samples which could back up the claim should already have been given to back up his claims. Sherborne agrees to give the information and refers to the Mail on Sunday's intentions to make Meghan look bad by publishing such articles. The judge asks if the article's references are basis of a specific claim, and if so, would have to be submitted correctly, like a libel claim. Sherborne replies in the negative. The judge asks if they are seeking damages. Sherborne replies in the affirmative and mentions stress caused to Meghan and her desire to run the case using this, and says there is no public interest in misleading and misinforming public. Anthony White says that they still don't know that what they are claiming was dishonest, says that Sherborne, for Meghan, are not even saying that the writer or reporter chose the 9 articles to publish, and saying that the 9 articles are untrue, and he asks where the evidence is of the claims. My question is, it's evident that Meghan's friends are lying low and distancing themselves or cutting her off. Serena Williams has made this clear for a start. Or are the 5 friends really Meghan herself? We know she's capable of this because an old colleague recently mentioned that Meghan pretended she was her own PA and sent a disturbing rant-filled email to end a modelling assignment agreement. He discovered that the crazy PA's email was sent from Meghan's computer and home. When he confronted Meghan sometime later, she acted shocked that her PA would do this. He was quite disturbed by he basically said that it wasn't her ending this that bothered him. It was the way she did it and the very disturbing psychotic email. So, bearing this in mind, she must be capable of having 5 imaginary friends. If she had one imaginary PA that nobody could phone and speak to, but who was only contactable by email, they could never phone her. So bearing this in mind, I would say she's more than capable of having 5 imaginary friends who are supposed to be helping her with this. How is she going to wriggle out of this when she is asked to name these 5 friends? Thanks for watching, and a big thank you to Judith D, Nicole K, Desna, Barbara M, and Christine J. Let me have your comments on this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.